Jordan. And I don't know, he may still do it.
Wonder what to do here. Got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon Moon Pass, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Grigio, Stuart Red Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer, and last chef of chicken casserole. I made the casserole from the frozen food department. For decades, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. Four-time Taste Award finalists, 13-time Nebby Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining. On 1065.
Well, good morning. Welcome to a very, very moist Sunday morning of the Sip and Chew Show with Mike and Stu. We are here in the studios at our world headquarters of the Sip and Chew Show.
Yeah.
So anyway,
HQ. S&C HQ.
That's it. But yeah, I wore my orange shirt just in case I got stuck on the side of the road today and needed somebody to make sure I got seen.
Or is it because today we're all Tennessee Volunteer fans?
I'm not ever. Ever. I just like orange sometimes.
Yeah, well, it is the sexiest color.
It could be for some. For some, but anyway,
we had a busy show today.
We do. It's like we have a lot going on.
Yeah,
we have so much going on. We forgot to get samples of.
We don't have time to do our non-alcoholic beer benching this week. We've got so much going on. So let's talk about what's going on.
Let's do that. Next week too. I want to start talking about Word Jeep. Remember those?
Mm-hmm.
Remember we used to do Word Jeep?
I don't eat anywhere anymore, man.
Well, I do. I get out at least once in 3 days a week. Somewhere, and I try to.
Well, if I had your money, I'd throw mine away.
Oh well, whatever. So I try to go somewhere different all the time, and most of them I try to go to my customers,
right?
And of course, because they support me,
or other local places that you would like to be your customer.
Absolutely. Yeah. See, you don't got this thing figured out.
Yeah,
but anyway, but I'd like to start. We used to do that all the time. And I like to really, and that's kind of in line with all the social media going on with all the little foodie groups that are going on, like Chase's,
right?
When he started, and give
them a little
recommendation.
Huh? That ain't a little group. South Alabama Foodie Group is not a little group.
Well, I think like the Mississippi group, Mississippi Coast group, foodie group, they're over 100,000, I think. Pensacola's got a huge group, and Chase was the pioneer. He kind of got this thing started. New Orleans has got one that's about 90, almost 100,000 in their group. So it really has. And what I love about the groups is they keep the negativity out of it.
Right.
Do not slam, cut down anybody, boom, whatever.
We're here to celebrate.
Celebrate people, celebrate places. If you don't have anything good to say, like they always say, don't say anything at all.
Yep.
And that's kind of the policy with these groups.
Yep.
And
if you don't like the restaurant or the service, say it by not going there again.
Well, if you have an issue, ask for the manager.
Right.
Yep. Always ask for it. Don't go home. See, these people are just small-minded when they go to a place. They just want to put down somebody. And there's a lot of people.
They are servers, not servants. They're not there to do your bidding. They're there to come greet you, get your drink order, give you a few minutes, get your food order, bring you your food, bring you your check. Everything beyond that is just icing on top. But that's what the requirements are.
If you have an issue, speak to your server.
Absolutely.
Speak to your server first.
Because we want to fix it.
Absolutely. If she can't fix it, ask her or him.
Well, if they can't, they'll go get their manager.
You'll get the manager.
Yep.
And then eventually the chef will come out of the kitchen and slam you to the floor and throw you out.
No, I did watch a viral video of some Yankee that was at a New Yorker who was at some club down in Miami and just was belittling the chef and everything, all of it. I mean, just horrible things. And then ultimately slapped the chef, which this chef was a little fella. But that's not a good idea because usually a chef has a knife on him. But if he doesn't, he's got a kitchen full of guys that are running on adrenaline, Red Bull, and have plenty of knives.
So
And that's what happened to this guy.
you say,
Every cook came out of that kitchen and grabbed him. The 6 of them took him outside
you
and
say,
wore him out.
you said something. You said a Yank
Mm.
down in Miami. Don't you know that in Florida you go north or go south and
That's
south, you go
true.
north?
That's true.
From like Orlando's, and it's creeping up a little bit. But in South Florida, it's nothing but Yankees, just about.
Right. But they owned the restaurant.
Yeah.
The guys working in the restaurant
Mhm.
are from the South
That's right.
or from further south in Florida.
Yeah.
Either way, they're not the ones you want to
France.
do not hit their chef.
Yeah.
And that's what this guy found out. You lay hands on my chef, we all lay hands. And I mean, 6 of them picked him up and threw him out in the street.
Mm-hmm.
And the cops caught him and took him to jail.
That what Ron White? He got thrown. He got thrown into the boat.
Yeah. But
Thrown into
I
the boat.
was watching the video and I was just like, well, there's just no way that would ever happen to me. I mean, but this guy, the chef in case was, 5'5", very talented. I'm sure it was a great restaurant in Miami,
Mhm.
but surely not a redneck who's 300 pounds,
Yeah.
which was what this guy was playing on.
Steve, let me tell you what. I walked into the kitchen that Stu was in one time, and first thing he did, he turned around and looked at me with a knife in his hand and said, "Get out." So I got out.
See, before this show, I'm assuming.
Huh?
Oh, no. Oh, he knew me.
We were doing the show. We were doing the show.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't have my knife in here. I had a spatula.
They look like a knife. to me.
I was about to give him the Aunt Jemima treatment, though.
Not a good collaboration. Okay. I have a question for you. I'm seeing
Yeah.
all over the Facebook here that you guys did the Senior Bowl, Panini Pete Senior Bowl cook-off prep
Yeah.
thing. What
Yeah.
was that all about?
It was kind of like
party.
that guy on TV with the grocery game where they're
They had his birthday
had
this
the-
week.
Yeah, they had the shopping carts and they raced to get all the product that they're going to need. Greer's gave each team $100 gift card, and to use for the purchase of items for the competition Tuesday night, a Panini competition.
Yeah.
Well, they said get what you need, and here's $100. So he does the countdown, and we're busting down the aisle and knocking each other down and trying to get stuff.
So
And
we just got the highlights on Facebook. That looked fun.
And I told Mike, I said, man, we've only got 4 ingredients. Let's head over to the beer section.
we had we loaded up on beer and chips and salsa.
And Panini Pete's like, what is it, a beer sandwich? And I said, dude, beer is bread. And,
Wow.
but we did try something. Mike got to try something
Mm-hmm.
that he hadn't tried. It is a viral success, a viral sensation. In case you didn't know that, Mike, that Dubai chocolate bar.
Oh my God. Yeah, all about it.
I think it was $25 there. Where they're going to tell you right now,
Cost $25.
and worth every penny. That was delicious.
It was
But you could go to the Ollie's in Sims right now and get the same bar for $8.95, or a smaller one for $3.95. Right up at the cash register.
It reminded me of a hopped up Kit Kat bar.
Well, it's filled with pistachio butter. You've had peanut butter. Well, they made a butter with pistachio.
Oh.
And then the milk chocolate, it is milk chocolate, not dark chocolate. And usually I say if it ain't dark chocolate, it ain't chocolate. But this milk chocolate is exquisite.
It was delicious.
The butter fat is perfect because it's just creamy. And as soon as it hits your tongue, it starts to melt, which is what you're looking for in milk chocolate. You want the butter fat to be at the right amount so that 98.6 degrees makes the chocolate melt. And that's the sensation you get with milk chocolate you don't get with dark chocolate, but with dark chocolate you get chocolate.
I felt like I was in the midst of royalty.
But felt like you were in the United Arab Emirates at the top of the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building, which is in Dubai. Yeah.
Interesting.
Spectacular candy bar. And it is a viral sensation, man. You walk into a store and you just point at it and someone else will go, have you tried one of those yet? And
Now I know.
yeah, just absolutely. Like I said, go to the Ollie's and Sims And they may have them at other Ollie's. That's where I first discovered them. It was about a month ago, and I went back the next day, and they were gone. And so you may want to get to Ollie's now. 251-343-0106. We're about to have a bunch of people call that number.
Yes, we are.
I don't know about, but we are.
Yeah. I think it's get all blurry.
Or here with Desi Device, the local law firm Device.
You need to wipe your
All right, we got two.
camera. You need to wipe your camera. You got a napkin or something?
Watch the camera.
Yeah, you look blurry. Like there's a smudge on your lid.
Yeah, I look a little blurry right here.
If you're downtown and time, be careful about how you get home. Call a cab or call a drive. And there's a reason they had to out there.
Yeah, that's
My signs aren't clear, but the lens is. Yeah. That's much better.
It's foggy. Mike did the first segment showing you all what it's like inside his head.
You also have a phone number.
Foggy. Well, it's good. I'd rather do them one at a time.
Yeah.
Well, you can do it, but it gets.
Yeah. And like I say, there's supporting some of the same stuff. So,
The problem is you hang up on both.
yeah.
It's not the greatest. Bill, tell us it's not the greatest.
Briefing.
It's just,
Total landscape package.
it's like with Southern Fairways, she'll have me do two at a time. It's like,
That basic mowing package. We
not advised. Because you wrap up with one and then you hear beep, beep, beep.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do anything about it. If I hang up on one, I hang up on the other.
So Mike, when I went to Academy last week, I was told you I was getting that tenacious tape to fix my puffy jacket. The tenacious tape for 8 of them was like $10.99, but next to it they had another brand they had on clearance for like $2, and it had 15 pieces of that. And I'm like, heck yeah!
Hang on a second.
It cost me 3 cents to fix an $80 jacket.
Yeah. Where'd you snag it on?
I don't know, and it very likely could have been just Luke hopping up on me, and one of his paws caught it. But I mean, I go hiking in that jacket all the time, which is what it's for. But those puffies are very delicate. But that's what makes them so light, yet still warm. I've never liked the look of them. But as soon as I got one, I was like, oh yeah, this is nice.
Somebody asked me about the barbecue sauce. I gotta get started here.
You know, all it takes is an effort. Well, that's part of the effort.
I want a,
That one time.
I would like to have a 4-quart,
It's no real ideal time. I'm
double bore pot.
Oh,
It's involved.
I thought you were just saying all it in a growler.
Try to find one on,
Thought about that. All it in a growler. A growler. That'd be cool.
Here we go.
It's all barbecue sauce.
I got some growlers.
On 165.
All right, Michael. I believe we may have someone on the phone. Is that true, Stephen?
And Danny, yeah, Danny Calmetti.
Well, we just saw you the other night. Where did we see you? Where was that?
You can.
Mike's got a lifetime of life experiences to prove you differently.
Obviously, that's not true. It happened.
Shopping on Greer's dime for that. Let's put that.
That's the better way to put
It was light beer, man. I don't see what the big deal was.
I was going to ask, Danny, but I figure it was none of my business.
Hey, we got a great team, and including the guys Pacific 2 cooking Tuesday nights.
Oh, not those clowns.
Put their hat on and come out, because I mean we only have folks like Jim Smith, a beer
Chef.
We got the folks from Debris cooking. We got Billy Smith. but Billy's Bacon Cooking. We got new chef from out at Heron's Lake.
Yep.
With Bert Flynn, he's a spice guy. He's not really done a whole lot of competition, but he's coming out to show what he can do. We got Patrick from Warrior Legacy Ranch. You know, those vets know what they're doing, so he's coming out to cook. So
Good organization too.
again, we got Carrie from the Cookery Project. She's bringing her kids out, and so it's just going to be a great time. The lineup of judges, and I haven't got the whole lineup, but the lineup of judges is going to be fun. It's just going to be a fun event. It's free to the public. These guys are competing for. Tell us about it, Mike. What are they competing for? What's the big prize?
A wrestling belt.
Oh, it is a gorgeous championship belt that Pete put together, and that plus cash prizes too, and tickets to the Senior Bowl. The winner gets during the Senior Bowl, so that's going to be cool. But for the public, there's no charge. Everybody's going to be sampling their paninis, or we kind of loosen the rules up because this is the first time, so everything's not a panini. My buddy Billy Spitz's going to be doing a pork belly platter, and Billy knows bacon, so we know that's going to be good. It's just going to be a great turnout. Frank Little's going to be there from Roosters. I think we're going to get a Cuban panini from Frank.
Ooh.
So get the taste buds on, bundle up. You got to get acclimated in terms of fun. You got to get acclimated to Mardi Gras anyway. So might as well start it over a free.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Yeah. And so one of the things, the whole idea is that the Senior Bowl used to do all their interviews and all that after practice, but they've decided to kind of reorient. So all that stuff happened early, which means all our visitors that are in from all the different proteins are looking for something to do during the evenings. And so we're creating more events for downtown. We're working with, Senior Bowl, Visitmobile, all that to create more stuff downtown. And the bottom line, when I heard that Panini was the new name sponsor, my first thought was, damn, Pizza stepped up.
That's what I said too.
Yeah.
Sports Marketing, which is a huge sports marketing company, they're going to be out there with some sports branding stuff as well. But we had to do, you got to do a tailgate. If it's Senior Bowl, you got to get Pete involved. And so he's got all his restaurant folks involved, and it's going to be a great time. We got some great spots. We talked about Greer's, Rock and Roll Off is kicking in. They're doing a great job helping us out. And at the end of the day, we hope to raise a nickel or two for the Senior Bowl sports charity. So it's all going to be good fun, and
Phone, Phil.
it doesn't cost anything to show up other than bundle up a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then of course, that's not all. But then I'll post some stuff on the website about that.
And what's the official start time for the folks out there listening?
6 o'clock.
All right.
6 to 8.
Mike and I will be there at 5:50.
Unless you're coming with all your stuff.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah,
Mike has a new propane fired microwave.
Makes very rude. Makes great rude.
Tempered chocolate like crazy.
And how about just about me? You got a guest coming up at the half.
Right. Tell us about it.
With Sea Glass Charities is on. They've got a great Super Bowl event. They were going to call it the Super Bowl event, but the Super Bowl is pretty litigious, so they decided to back off of that. And it's the Battle of the Bowls. So it's down at the Gulf and Orange Beach. It is Super Bowl Sunday, but it's like 12 to 2, maybe 3, so you'll be done before Super Bowl. But it's anything in a bowl. So, I mean, and they're doing some chip stuff and all that. We do need a few more teams this night. I'm Penny to talk about that as well. But it's for a great charity, and it's a lot of fun. And it's a gorgeous location. It's right there on the Gulf, at the Gulf, which is right there at Perdido Pass.
That's one of my favorite places.
Yep. Favorite place on the Gulf Coast.
It's a beautiful place. So the folks at Sea Glass Charities are doing just wonderful things in the community. And again, it's a great fun event. It actually doesn't even cost a whole lot to enter from a team standpoint. And you guys know that's one of the things we always try to do is make sure the teams that compete are getting as most efficient as they can, because these guys have spent a lot of money on food and stuff. And so we can't do free admission free registration fees, but we try and make sure it's reasonable.
Right.
So anyway, but I don't want to steal a whole lot of Penny thunder because she does a great job of talking for herself. But I'm happy to know you guys got it coming up.
Oh yeah, and we're looking forward to it too. I got an idea for that competition too. Again, Mike, you got to come up with money.
Why is it? Yeah, I'm not going there. Now, where do they find all the information?
We'll post the link on. Of course, Beniti Pete's got stuff all over his website. Senior Bowl has stuff all over their website about and I'll post the link for that. And then Penny will talk about her Battle of the Bowls event as well. That's some things that we got there. So
We'll make sure it's in the podcast as well. All right.
absolutely, guys. We'll talk with you soon. We'll see you Tuesday night. Bundle up, guys.
Oh, absolutely. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, Danny.
All right.
Provolone. Well, Michael,
Yes.
3 minutes.
I want to reiterate some rules on cold weather.
Okay.
Do not wear blue jeans.
Oops.
Well, it's 75 degrees right now, Tuesday night. What is denim made out of?
Cotton.
Right. What happens when cotton gets wet?
It holds moisture. Doesn't drain.
And it pulls all the heat out of your body. That's in backpacking, hiking, camping, the phrase is cotton kills.
Right.
So no cotton socks. Get your wool socks out. At least have one pair of wool socks, people. We get just enough cold weather here to justify you buying one pair of wool socks. And because wool gets wet, it still insulates. It still keeps you warm. Now, I'm hoping we don't get wet Tuesday night, but that's the thing about life-altering circumstances. They don't give you a heads up.
We're going to be working so hard, it'll probably sweat.
And that is absolutely considered when you're out backpacking and stuff.
Yeah.
You want to be just warm enough to not be cold, but not warm enough to sweat, because once you get to camp, then that starts chilling back down and you can get hypothermia from it.
Right.
So
right.
y'all remember Tuesday night, don't wear no blue jeans, don't wear no cotton socks. Polyester is fine, stuff like that. Fleece, wonderful. That's one of the reasons that fleece is so popular in outdoor stuff, is because when it gets wet, it still insulates.
Mhm.
So I've always thought it was the greatest irony. If you want to get close to nature, don't wear any natural fabrics. Just odd.
Sounds weird.
So just a little tip for Tuesday night, because I think the ultimate low, which will be well after midnight, is going to be like 24 Tuesday night.
It would be long gone by then.
Yeah, no doubt.
Got a Mike and Stu PSA.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, from David Hubble. He says tickets are on sale now for the John Folsey Boucherie in Baton Rouge on February 7th via Earthbright. If anyone has questions, they can message him on Facebook at David J. Hubble. Just if you think of anything else.
What's the date?
February 7th.
February 7th.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a little short notice, but yeah. Have you been watching
2
David's
weeks.
series on TikTok and YouTube?
I forget to. And I
It
want
just
to.
pops up in
I
my
want
feed
to.
all the time. It's real short. It's
Well, it
short
always
feed.
pops up when I'm in the middle of something. I can't stop.
Yeah.
And
Or work or
just like
something.
when I'm driving down the road, it's kind of hard to watch.
Well, you don't have to watch him. You can just lay the phone down, because he's just looking at a camera. You know what he looks like. The words are what's important.
Yeah.
But he started out with So You Think You Know Gumbo, and now it's expanded in So You Think You Know Cajun cooking,
Mhm.
Cajun food. And he just explores
Now, see, I love
historic cookbooks and stuff.
me being a gumbo expert
Yeah.
as I am.
Right.
Champion.
I'm a gumbo expat.
I would love to watch that part, listen to that part in the series about Cajun cooking.
Mhm.
That would really interest me.
Yeah, and I mean, these are shorts. They're probably under 3 minutes.
Mhm.
Just give you a burst. It'll a lot like the history stuff that I'm doing. But folks, when we come back, we're going to talk about Great Bowls of Fire. 251-343-0106.
This WKRG is.
Let it.
Well, all right. Hello, Penny. How are you?
I'm good, thank
Wonderful, wonderful. Glad to have you on the show. The only thing we ask is that you don't talk on your speakerphone on your phone. Other than that, we're pretty good.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. Hang on a second, and once we get out of the break, we'll come back to you.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Yes, it is. Tonight, cloudy skies, a few evening showers are possible, and journey cool with temperatures in the lower 20s to daybreak. Monday, cool with highs.
I've been doing that for a couple of weeks.
No, but
It takes me a while. I can't,
Yeah.
nothing here.
I could shave this and have that by tomorrow evening.
I mean, deal. I don't have
Yeah.
an issue.
Yeah.
I've got hair on my legs finally.
Sorry about the age you start losing hair on your leg.
You start losing hair as an Indian, you start getting it. My dad at 78 had a full head of black hair. And it was not unnatural. He didn't dye it. And it's just great.
What's his?
Well, Dad used to have a joke. His script was, he had a street part Indian, Sioux Crow and Wild Ass. But that last part was a rattle. Or Apache, I'm sorry. It was Apache.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did he get Apache mixed in? Because the Sioux and who was the other one?
Sioux Crow.
Yeah, that's Wyoming, Montana. They're all
But you got Apache held a.
that's New Mexico, Texas, on the Mexican border.
Yeah, but there was a lot of migration through Kansas. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
and then-
when we
and then
shoved
on top of
everybody
that,
out to Oklahoma too.
on top of that, his daddy was Irish. So he
No
was,
chance with liquor in that family.
well, no, yeah, you put liquor in that and he was done.
I had a couple that I was serving in Nashville one time. We were talking about our heritage because I think they were German. And I said, yeah, I'm half German and half Irish. One part of me gets drunk, wants to take over the world. The other part wants to get drunk and can't grow potatoes.
My mom has got German, English, and Dutch. Primarily German because Kleinsorge is her maiden
What we
name.
call Euro trash.
Right. Well,
I'd
that,
rather
that
get
wasn't true originally. It started to facilitate.
DUBAI.
Mom and grandpa and grandma were both from royalty,
Mhm.
and eventually that kind of watered down. So
Yeah.
the aristocratic system's kind of what's.
Yeah. Well, they're doing their best to try and return it right now.
But yeah, you could tell because there was a lot of stoicism. I mean, they were, always very, always, even in the most relaxed of situations, as it's supposed to be relaxed, and they were everything, very private. There we go.
There we go, Mike. This interview's all on you, buddy. Say some words, Mike.
All right, we're back and on the phone, we have I don't think you
We have
have
a
a lady.
lady. I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think, yeah.
We have a
He
lady.
is a fellow parrot head
Mm.
and friend of Danny Calametis.
Yep. Not a friend of yours?
I'd always say something good about her.
Yeah, but we're friends with Danny Calametis too.
That doesn't
So,
say a whole lot.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, good morning, Penny. How are you doing this morning?
Thanks so much for having me on.
Yeah, our pleasure, our pleasure. You got some things always, I don't know, I think Danny Calametti and you are probably the two busiest people on the Gulf Coast that I personally know. But yeah, y'all always got things going on. So tell us about this thing you're calling about right now and what's going on down in your world and Gulf Shores.
Absolutely. So I get that a lot, by the way, that I'm the busiest person on the planet, but that's what I do. I'm very involved down here in all things nonprofit oriented. So I'm kind of like a paid volunteer. I get to go to all these different events that are always raising money for good causes. But today I want to talk to you guys about the Battle of the Bowls event coming up on Sunday, February the 8th. It is a fundraiser for the Sea Glass Initiative, which is a local nonprofit that helps house the homeless. We've been in Baldwin County for about 2.5 years. If you know anything about Baldwin County, there is not a homeless shelter here. There's a reason for that. We meet with individuals one-on-one, and our goal is to get them out of that situation and into permanent housing. And we've housed permanently more than 100 individuals since we started this initiative, and we're really proud of that fact. So it's a fantastic organization, and we got a really fun event coming up in a couple of weeks.
Oh, great. And go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Battle of the Bowls it is on Super Bowl Sunday, but it's, Danny mentioned earlier, I heard him talking to you guys, you're over and done and out of there between 2 and 3 o'clock. So you
Okay.
have plenty of time to still get to your game parties and everything else going on at the end of the day. It's a lunchtime event. Competitors can sign up to compete, and the contest is anything that can be served in a bowl. And literally, your imagination is the limit. It can be absolutely anything as long as you can figure out how to put it in a bowl and eat it with a spoon, then it's fair game.
So is cereal on the list, Danny?
I was going to say, Mike has already suggested getting some Lucky Charms and a growler, again, a stout.
Okay, that's the caveat. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, you didn't say that. There's the caveat I was trying to find there. Yeah, okay.
Now, Penny is a competitor in a bunch of different cooking competitions. One of the things that differs from contest to contest is the amount of scratch cooking that has to be done during the contest. So for people out there, they don't have to make their bread from scratch, knead it, proof it, bake it. I mean, they could bring pre-made bread, but they can't like bring an already cooked steak dinner, right?
You're exactly correct. This is not a certified World Food Championship gold ticket event. This is a fundraiser for charity, and it's meant to be fun. So we're not going to be super strict about the rules. You know, if you're making, like you said, a bread, a sandwich, or something that can be served in a bowl, or
Mhm.
you know, something like that, absolutely bring in your ingredients that are maybe pre-made or ready to go. Like we have somebody that's exploring an option of taking a king cake and chopping it up on the grill and adding some other stuff to it. That's fine. They can bring the pre-made king cake as one of their ingredients. We're totally fine with that. It's
Right.
the primary dish itself has to be cooked and made and prepared on site.
Okay, all right.
What kind of things did you have last year so people will know what to expect?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about that. So last year, Hall Sausage, who I'm sure you guys are familiar with,
Oh,
you know, they've had a tragedy and unfortunately can't partner with us this year, but they were one of our partners last year. And so one of the categories was best use of Hall Sausage, and the person that won first place in that did a great presentation of shrimp and grits using the Hall Sausage as one of their primary ingredients too. So that was one of our things. Gumbo, as always, we already have 2 people coming into the contest doing gumbo. We've got chili. Last year, the winner, though, the person that took home first place overall was actually the culinary students from Gold Shores High School.
Excellent.
And they prepared a boiled peanut hummus with
Yes. Nice. Very nice.
so totally out of the box. You know,
I have made boiled peanut hummus, and I went ahead and bought my peanuts, you know, in the big cans already boiled, and I was up till 4 a.m. shelling peanuts. It was delicious. It was.
from the high school with the culinary kids out there all morning killing those peanuts. I was like, man, you got the first job of it.
I know. I wish you could buy the peanuts already shelled, you know, and boiled, but you can't do that. So, but it was so good, and everybody, it was one of the first items to leave at the party I was at, you know, to disappear. And but you know, I think I don't know if I could participate or not, but I think I just came up with an idea on something,
Oh, I got a couple.
and
Quick. I do this, so.
And it's $50 dinner if we can
Excellent.
prepare 3 gallons of whatever your stuff in the bowl is. So we will give up napkins for you, and then you know, we have celebrity judges again because this is all about raising money and having fun. This is not about like certified World Food judges. We've got some great folks that have been willing to judge for us. We have John McInnes, one of the owners of the famous Floribama, is going to be a judge. Senator Chris Elliott is going to be one of our judges. You guys may be familiar with Alex Warner, otherwise known as Cheeseburger Randy. He's going to be and then Becky Bratt, who is a World Food Championship competitor, and Sam certified chef is going to be one of our judges. And we might have 1 or 2 others we're still waiting to hear back from. So it's going to be a really fun day. And again, it's all about great food and raising money for a great cause.
Yeah, well, I know two guys that have a radio show that are available to judge and are World Food Championship certified judges as well.
There you go. Oh, we'd love to have you join in the fun. It'd be great. It's going to be a good day, but we definitely do want some more competitors. 'Cause the more people we have competing, the more food is available for folks to try and sample. And I've looked. I know today our weather is very iffy. Let's say that. And over the next couple of days, it's going to get really cold. But if you look at the 14-day forecast, it's really not going to be that bad as of right now. What they're saying 2 weeks from today, it should be in the mid 60s, not raining, not snowing, outside event. It should be the perfect day for it.
Yeah, well, I have competed and judged down at the Floribama before. Where's the this particular cook-off going to take place? Because I've been at a couple of different locations down there before.
So this is actually at the golf restaurant.
Golf, okay. Yeah, right. Okay.
Strike.
It's that bar
Love it. Love
that
that place.
place.
They
Yes.
have a beautiful outdoor area green space that's right there by the water.
Right.
There's parking lot in the water. And so we line up all the tents down there and everybody outside. And last year it was just phenomenal being right there, you know, such a beautiful location. They're going to have a portable bar set up out there in the event space.
Mike just woke up.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good event. Good event.
Outstanding. Penny, we appreciate you coming on. Mike, do you have anything else you need to bore her with, or we need to let her get back to making her calls?
Where can everybody go out and get, go and find this information at on social media?
Just search Battle of the Bowl on Facebook, and you'll see the event page. If you want to attend and eat, it's only $15 for unlimited samples. And again, if you want to compete, it's only $50 to enter, and you prepare 3 gallons of whatever you want to serve. And we got some fabulous cash prizes. We have a gentleman by the name of I Am Donnerson. It's our entertainer today.
Oh, I love him. I discovered him. Mm-hmm. I got him. Yep. I discovered him about 4 years ago and at a bar, and I've got him playing, put him out there playing at several different places. So, and he just blew me away the first time I ever heard him. I go, wow. Mhm. And he's a great guy. Mm-hmm.
In addition to cash that we're going to be giving away, that you can't find anywhere else. Some custom made stuff. So we're really excited about that. That's new this year. And we just really want to have a great day, eating lots of yummy food. And
Y'all got, y'all gonna give away any wrestling belts?
So we'll leave that to somebody else. I think they'll make a lasting impression, and that anybody the chef or a cook would love to have. And that's the other thing. You do not have to have teams that enter this competition. So literally anybody, if you think you make the best gumbo or the best vegetable soup or whatever it is, come on out and compete. You do not have to be a trained chef to do this. This is all about raising money and having a good time.
Okay.
Like the sounds of that.
Thank you, Penny.
It's always, I mean, it's always, I like to see the mix. I really do.
Yeah.
The mix. And I love to see people who, I mean, when I got involved in gumbo competition, I didn't, you know, I had never competed before and I just did it. And I enjoyed it and I kept doing it. It's like an addiction. And you couldn't wait till the next one.
It is.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
And you learn.
Yeah. When I started out in chili cook-offs, it was like that.
So it's just, you know, and again, you can be as creative if you want it, or you can go with the basics like a gumbo or a chili. One of the other real inventive ones we had last year that I almost forgot about was like, I think they called it deep south in a bowl, and it was a mix of like cornbread and turnip greens and pulled pork and black-eyed peas. But the way they had it all combined, it wasn't really a soup, but it was very interesting the way that it was presented in a bowl. But it was almost like that traditional New Year's Day dinner, but all in one single bite in a bowl. It was pretty cool. So you can get real creative with it and have a lot of fun.
Yeah. It sounds like swamp soup without the soup. Just swamp. Swamp in a bowl. Deconstructed swamp soup.
Kia Swamp.
Good
A Kia swamp suit.
All right, then, well, we sure appreciate you coming in, appreciate everything you do for, our region here.
And if I see it, I'll share it where I can on Facebook for you. Yes, ma'am.
You can come eat either one, but come on out and have a good time with us.
Thank you, Penny. Have a great day. Yes, bye-bye.
One more segment.
Oh, yeah, I did.
What's your idea? I've got two. One of them's kind of up your alley too.
The chili.
Okay.
Oh, y'all can't do like the chili. Do like skyline chili.
Okay.
And instead of cinnamon rolls, do king cake.
Oh, that's terrible. One of them is a gumbo, swamp gumbo. Our proteins are frog legs, gator bites, and a sausage with crawfish in it. And if I can't find that, then I switch it around and use gator sausage and put crawfish in there. The other one is a banh mi dip. You've had the wonderful sandwich, right? Banh mi. And you've had pho before, the noodle dish. Or just put the pho broth in the bowl, stick the banh mi down in it. Just like you do, like burrito tacos.
You gonna get a sense?
Yeah. You have a bite of the sandwich inside a little thing with the broth. I wanted to do that at mac and cheese. I was going to do a Vietnamese dip, I guess you could call it, Saigon dip. It was going to be a banh mi dipped in pho broth, because all the flavors are in both dishes. You got an alfalfa sticking straight up. Well, he's dead in the middle instead of in the back where it belongs. You're familiar with the movie White Christmas with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye and Rosemary Clooney? Well, according to the story, a guy that served with Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye in World War II was the brother of those two sisters. And they called him like Dog Foes Billy or something like that. And they even show a picture of him. That was Alfalfa as a 20-year-old. That picture was him, the kid that played Alfalfa.
Yeah, with that, we don't just sell folks. We help you find the perfect folks.
There's this big thing on Twitter during the holidays, this dude saying that White Christmas was possibly the worst Christmas movie you'd ever seen. And all these people are like, it's so long and boring. I went, what? White Christmas? It's phenomenal. It's Bing Crosby and Danny Kaye. And Steve probably knows this. Love You Didn't Do Right by Me performance in that movie by Rosemary Clooney is one of the greatest musical performances in cinema. That is so good.
You don't steal like it anymore.
Yeah.
It's necessary for evil to triumph. It's for
Her nephew's a purdy boy there.
those city patriots. We stand in the gap. With John Young, Monday nights at 8 on FM 106.5.
Alfalfa when he dies.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
You're familiar with South Alabama, the phrase, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're familiar with LA, Lower Alabama.
Correct.
We need to decide as a community,
Mm-hmm.
not just you and me and Steve, but everything south of Montgomery. They are not synonymous with each other.
Mm-hmm.
One of them means from Montgomery south, and the other one means just Mobile and Baldwin County.
Yeah.
What we've got to determine is which is which. My suggestion, LA is anything Montgomery down. South Alabama is only Mobile and Baldwin County because those counties are south of every other county in the state.
And South of Judea.
Yeah.
I thought it was all, the way it was explained to me was everything south of I-10 was lower.
There could be that too.
You know, I mean,
Well, no, because I-10 goes through Mobile County.
that's right.
That's right.
But I'm just saying
Yeah.
that was how it was explained to me because
Yeah.
everything, you start going further north, going into Selma and
Mhm.
Montgomery, it's a whole different climate.
Well, once you hit Montgomery, you're no longer in either South Alabama or Lower
That's what
Alabama.
I'm saying.
It starts at South Street in Montgomery because what better place to draw the line? There's already a line that has the word South in it. So you use that. South Street down is either, and I say that's Lower Alabama, and South Alabama is just Mobile and
Now, is
Baldwin
this
County.
just for classification of food only or?
It's just culture. And the reason I say this is because Mobile and Baldwin County, our area, our culture, our accent, everything about this area is completely unrelated to the other 65 counties in this state. It's like we're two different countries.
Mhm.
Mississippi is very similar to that, only it starts at Hattiesburg,
Right.
down to the Gulf Coast.
Yeah.
but you go north of Hattiesburg, and the state of Mississippi is a totally different culture than south of Hattiesburg.
So why, everything encompassed in the word Delta?
Well, the Delta in Mississippi, yeah, because that is pretty much everything north of Hattiesburg and to the west side. All of that is considered the Mississippi Delta, although I don't think it falls under
All the way
like a geological definition.
All the way up to Memphis, yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And it's its own culture and it has its own wonderful things. And North Alabama clearly has lots going.
see, I don't think Mobile, Baldwin County speak with a drawl.
We do. It's just not as twangy as the
Yeah.
rest of the state.
More city, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's washed from being an international. I mean, we're port cities, Pensacola, Mobile, Biloxi.
Yeah, there's a potpourri of, yeah.
Yeah, you've got a lot more influence into it. And we used to joke about it when I was in school at Mississippi. And every time we'd go to some event up in Oxford or Jackson or someplace, we'd all go, "Oh, they're all pointing at us now. Here come them folks from the coast. They don't do nothing but play volleyball, smoke doobies, and listen to their Beatle records."
Mike's not laughing.
Well,
I like the bit. Mike's like, I've got a lot of volleyball related trauma.
Oh, yeah. That's why
So,
it's shaped like.
you're asking this, or bringing this up, I've always asked myself, and I'll ask other people, what is a food that is synonymous to Mobile, Baldwin County?
That you don't get in the rest of the state.
Well, anywhere.
Oh, well,
You
that's
still may,
easy.
no, you will get it elsewhere.
You ain't gonna get West Indies salad in Huntsville.
Yeah,
You're not
but
gonna get fried crab
you got
claws
that. You got that.
in Florence.
And I have a secret about that we will announce when it happens.
Shelby
whatever
said
that
the same
means.
thing.
I'll tell you when we leave the station
Okay.
or when we get through here.
Yeah.
Because there's something coming up that involves those items,
Okay.
and it's going to be great. It's going to be grand,
Great.
but it hasn't happened yet, and it's still in the planning stages.
So now it's just a
Shelby said
dream.
the same thing I said. Anything north of I-10 is Yankee country. That's
Yeah.
a sheep.
That's a different definition there, though.
But you're talking about culture only.
Right. Culturally, yeah. South Alabama, I'm saying Mobile and Baldwin County culture is totally different from the rest of the state.
Yeah.
But anything,
Definitely, I
but
mean,
anything
you can tell
south of
the-
Montgomery is Lower Alabama.
You can tell the difference between Mobile and Baldwin County, by driving.
Yeah, it's called education. But no, seriously, Baldwin County has been known for decades for having a better quality of public education than Mobile County.
Right.
That's why people from Mobile moved to Baldwin County. It's better schools.
So I have a
Yeah.
differing opinion about all that.
Well, it may not be that way now, but I can tell you right now, in the 80s, there wasn't a high school in Mobile County that academically could compete with what was going
Well,
on.
back in the 60s and 70s, my uncle had a piece
There
of
was one school in each
60s
county.
and 70s. My uncle had a piece of property on the bay for sale, and no one wanted to buy it because nobody wanted to. It was all farmland, and everybody said, "I don't want to live over there in the country on
Mhm.
the farmland." And look at it now.
You know what they
It's
did?
crazy.
The first thing that they invested in the quality of their schools, and that made people
They do a
want to
great
come.
job
That
with
brings business.
building and managing their schools. They really do. a
I'm trying to
great
think
job.
of what the school is down on, is it Old Shell right there? It's the number one,
Well, there's so many. There's UMS and St. Paul are both on Old Shell.
St. Paul, I think is the one.
St. Paul.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's Catholic.
UMS,
That's private.
St. Paul's,
Yeah, they're-
and
they're really.
Yeah, now these private schools are very, very good.
Yeah.
By American standards,
St.
they're
Paul's
good.
is the one.
American schools are not good.
Right there.
If you look at the way we grade this.
And Old Shell is the one I was thinking, Dolphin Street rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike knows all this. Mike hangs out in all those hoity-toity folks for now.
When the schools, put into place a culinary class.
Mhm. Mary Montgomery has one now. I need to go talk to the director of it and see if there's anything I can do.
And I
to
should get involved more with my alma mater, Davidson.
help. They don't need you. They got a good team going.
They probably don't.
They've competed a few times, man, and
Oh, yeah.
and respected us well. So you
Well,
can go and talk to them about non-alcoholic beer.
They went out with they went out one year with the World Food Championship. And I
Right.
think they won a category
Mhm.
or two, maybe.
Dolphin Island Sea Lab competes
Mhm.
and has a good team, and they take a lot of and they use a lot of high school students for that.
The good thing about that age, learning then, you'll learn whether that's what you want to do or not.
That's true. And you know what? Even if you learn that you don't want to do it, you now have a skill that
You have a
99% of Americans don't have, and that is you can
Mhm.
cook yourself a meal.
Yeah.
There's
I was told
there are kids graduating and going to college today all across America that have never in their life had a scratch cooked meal.
Mm.
Ever. It's an epidemic right now.
They're not
Cooking
cook-
dinner for your family is not putting a frozen pizza in the oven.
they
That's a
cannot
short
cook for themselves.
Yes. Right.
DoorDash is what keeps them alive.
Yeah.
And
Hey.
app, yeah.
Yeah. It's not that hard to fry an egg, man, and to toast something. And
First thing I ever learned to
Yeah.
cook was an egg.
Yeah, you got a sandwich right there. Fried egg sandwich. Good
Mhm.
stuff. It's not that hard to cook a burger. Start there, branch out. You'll find whether you like it or not.
There are enough videos on social media
Mhm.
to learn how to do anything.
Yeah, Mike was just telling me about going through MySpace the other day and seeing all the cooking videos. He loves MySpace.
That's spinning.
Yeah. Ever since AOL went away, he's had to rely on
Mess that
MySpace.
all up, man. Little spinny wheel.
The ultimate time wasting symbol.
Depends on what you were waiting on to download.
Ah,
There's
Well-
always one in the room, folks.
you're the one that lives by themselves out in the woods.
I have a dog, thank you.
That
That's even worse.
Yeah. And Lukenbach, Texas Donald. Luke for short.
Do you have a well? Do you have a well in your?
I actually do have a well, but I'm on city water.
I'm talking. Not in the basement.
We ain't got no basement, man. We got nurseries. All right, y'all, get out there. Tip your servers, because the servers are earning the tips right now in this kind of economy. They're earning it.
My kitty box turned upside down.
Yeah. And Mike, what is the loneliest cheese?
Provolone.
Provolone.
Provolone, folks.
I know what you should do for the bowl competition. I'm gonna end mine or